Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of our US road trip series. In this video, we are going to talk about our drive from San Francisco to Yosemite National Park, and we'll also cover things to do there. In upcoming videos, we'll also cover the other destinations from our trip, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. So let's begin. After a good night rest at the travel lodge, we checked out the next morning, had a good breakfast at one of the many IHOPs, and then hit the road. So we made a pit stop at one of the petrol stations and we are getting stocked up on groceries, so buying water, snacks, etc. for the road.
Take the exit on the right.
Hello people! So our road trip has begun and we are only 30 minutes away from Groveland, and that's where we are staying at one of the entrance of the Yosemite National Park in an Airbnb.
So the distance is only around 160 miles, which takes around 3 to 4 hours from San Francisco airport. So the driving is quite easy. The roads are not that crowded. If you leave at right time, don't leave in the early morning because when you leave city of San Francisco, there's too much traffic when you want to get out of the city and touch the highway for Yosemite. So if you leave at around 10-11, the roads are pretty much empty and it should take around 3 to 4 hours for you to reach.
Hello, welcome to our Airbnb, which is called the Bear Room. So let us show you around before we mess it all up. Come on in. So this is a really cute room. So there's a nice comfy bed, there are a couple of couches around, and then there is a small kitchen area. So we have microwave, a refrigerator, and basics for tea and coffee. So pretty cute, right? And this is a bit of outside area, and so you have a breakfast table if you want to eat outdoors, and there are pine cones lying about. See? So cute! Like proper pine cones. I'm going to take one of these as souvenirs. Wow. And that's Zebo, our trusted companion for the trip.
Hello guys, welcome to Yosemite National Park.
We are going to be staying here for 3 days, and actually we are not staying inside the park. We are staying 1 hour away in an Airbnb to save on costs because accommodation inside is really expensive.
Yeah, and we have come in month of October, so that's a little less crowded compared to the previous months where there's too much of crowd. Usually you don't get any parking spots, or you don't get accommodations, or even if you want to camping, the campgrounds are full, etc.
Right. And in this video, we are going to show you how we spent our 3 days in the park. So check it out and hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for more videos from our US road trip. Our first day today in Yosemite, we are going to do just one trail, the Tuolumne Grove trail, which is a 2 miles to and fro hike. So going down is easy, going up is going to be tough because it's a steep trail. And this leads to a grove of giant sequoia trees. So let's go and check it out. Actually, it used to be a huge tree, and it was so large that when this was the main track to get to the Yosemite Valley, proper wagons, like horse wagons, would cross across it. Such a great sunset and such a good way to end day one.
Look at the color.
Day 2 at the Yosemite National Park, and we just arrived at the Yosemite village, and from here we are going to do a couple of trails, go to some viewpoints and spend the whole day here.
Yeah, and the views currently are awesome. You will enjoy seeing the scenery here is gorgeous.
Yeah, the fall colors are starting to show, so there is pinks, oranges, yellows. It's really pretty. We are headed towards the Lower Yosemite Falls. So this is the trail that we are following. These trees are so tall and so amazing. Like, look at the bark here. So pretty. It's getting hot. And we are at the end of the trail. So in the background is supposed to be the falls, but there's no water. I thought that there will be like some water in the autumns, but there's nothing. So, from what we know, there's a lot of water in spring, but not so much in winters. But anyhow, I mean, the trail was nice and it's still a pretty sight.
Look at the fall color, guys, behind me and all around. And look, the gorgeous mountain. The views are awesome here, just awesome.
So in the valley, there are shuttle buses like the one that you see in the background that run on certain routes. So you can even park your car and take some and be car free. Also, like in a lot of places, you don't find parking, so it's actually recommended that you take a shuttle bus and get to some of the trailheads and stuff. So we are taking one of the shuttle buses to get to the trailhead of Mirror Lake. So see you there. So now we are at the Mirror Lake trail, and it leads up to a lake from which you can see the half dome and the reflection of it in the water also. It's an easy 2-mile hike to and fro. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Mirror Lake. Again, there's no water. We had no idea that there won't be any water, but the hike itself was really pretty, and then this view with the half dome in the background is also nice.
So we are at this cafe now, just taking a small break, having sandwich, coffee and muffin.
So earlier we were at Yosemite Village where you saw that we did a few trails. Then we drove down to 2 points actually. One was the tunnel view and the other one is the glacier point, which is where we are now. There's no other way to get here other than to drive down. from yet another lovely day at Yosemite National Park. And currently we drove down to Olmsted Point, and from here we are going to go to Tenaya Lake, and it's just absolutely pretty.
It's so stunning at the back. You can see it's beautiful.
Currently we are at the pretty Lake Tenaya, and Tenaya was actually the name of the last leader of the Awanichi tribe. So 8,000 years ago the Native American tribe settled here and they called themselves Awanichi, and they called the Yosemite Valley actually Awani. So that's the original name which was given by the tribe, and that's the lake that I was saying, which is named after the last leader called Tenaya.
And at Lake Tenaya you can bring a picnic basket and you can have picnic. There are a lot of people having picnic around here. You can get your even paddle boards, you can do paddling, and you can do kayaking also over here. So it's up to you, depending on the weather, you can enjoy different things over here.
And this sums up our 3 days at Yosemite. Thanks for watching, and we hope that this gives you a few ideas to plan your own trips. The next morning we left for Vegas, which we'll share in the next video. Until then, take care.